Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Chameleon Girl. I'm Siobhan. If you would like to know how I created this hairstyle here without actually having to braid my entire head, and yes, these are braids, you want to stick around. Hey everyone, I am not going to do a lot of talking here because the visual is very self-explanatory. I'll be popping in and out just to do some vocal guidance, but other than that, here we go with adding my Wonder Grow Miracle Grow castor oil. I've already pre-sectioned my hair. The technique I'm going to do is pretty much half braids, half interlock. Very simple, very easy to put in, very easy to take down. And this section here is what I'm going to interlock. So you see there is a lot of my natural hair that I am not going to even bother to actually do individual braids. There's my messy little cinnamon roll in the back of my head. It's not the neatest, but this is not going to stay up too long, so I didn't want to make it too tight or too difficult for myself. Everything else will be individually braided, and yeah. So easy to do, protective hairstyle. Let's get into it. In this part of the video, you see me interlocking my individual pieces. You want to make sure that your pieces are the same size, and it's best to start off with smaller pieces. Therefore, it can be evenly distributed through your braid, your French braid circle in the back of your head if you decide to do this. I did not cut the braiding here in half. I kept it long because I wanted something exaggerated and fun. And also, I used 5 bags of Connect-A-Line braiding hair. And as you see here, I am all done with doing the interlock. This is how full I want it to be. And that part of the style is complete and full. So I'm just checking it out to see how it's going to look when I start to play around with it. And so far, so good. I advise finding you a good show to binge watch. It took me approximately about 4.5 hours to do this hairstyle. I found me something good on TV and started watching that, and it kept my attention. I don't know if you guys was following the whole P. Diddy scenarios that was going on. It was chaotic and it was a mess, but about time I finished watching it, I was done with my hairstyle. And some of that stuff is very disappointing. I was like, oh my God, why do people wrong who mean them no harm? It's just sad and it's a sick thing. But anyways, now you see the back of my hair. And that's why you see me making the funny faces, because I'm hearing all these allegations. It's like, as crazy as it is, I grew up listening to Bad Boy and P. Diddy and all kind of crazy stuff like that. So to hear this mess, it's just disappointing. But as the world turns, so here I parted the back of my hair. I got my section piece, and I'm just going to start braiding the individuals in the back. What I'm doing here is just pulling the braid hair apart to give a little bit of length to it, and I also want a more frayed look at the end and not a blunt end, so I'm just taking that, just elongate it slightly, because that's how I want the ends to turn out. since you guys are excited about how this hairstyle is going to turn out and you're still watching, let me ask, what did you guys think about the allegations against P. Diddy? And then the statement coming out that he had something to do with Biggie Smalls' death and also Tupac's death. Do you think it's true? Do you think he would do something like that? When I heard it for the first time, I dropped my head like, dude, really? Like, when you got something so good, why don't you support others? And when you got something so good, why you gotta fuck it up? I was extremely pissed when I heard it. And I know people are still waiting to hear his side of the story, if he even has one. So, yeah. Too sad. So sad. Too bad. Situations like this is just unfortunate, especially when you have a good run in this world, especially in the music industry, where it's so much deception, unnecessary deception. Like, everybody can make it, you know, regardless of where they are, how they are, as long as they put their best foot forward. But here we are having people in this music industry just taking advantage of what needs not to be taken advantage of, but be more respected. You feel where I'm coming from? Music is a powerful tool, just like money's a powerful tool. It's wild. What's your thoughts on it? Voila, I went ahead and finished the back off camera. So that's how it looks completed in the very back. Remember, we have a crochet in the middle. So once I take this down, you see how it goes together and how it's going to all come together and blend as a complete hairstyle. So now you see me taking down the braid section that I pre-parted for my individual braids on the side, and I'm going to get started at doing that. So yeah, so back on this P. Diddy, Puffy, Sean Combs situation. Okay, well, right now, yeah, I'm at the very, very top. I finished that side there, and I'm at the very top doing my part here to go ahead and complete the top part, and then I'm going to move to the other side. So yeah, back to this P. Diddy, Puff Daddy situation. How crazy is this that everybody that P. Diddy worked with, starting off, I'm not gonna say everybody, but for the most part, most of those, like Puffy and not Puffy, but Biggie Smalls, how Biggie Smalls died or was murdered, and then you got Tupac, who was murdered. Then you got Kim Porter, which is his kid's mother, his wife, was they said she was murdered. I've heard she was murdered, but she supposedly had died from pneumonia. I don't know, you know, stuff just don't add up. But I just think it's crazy how everybody who knew him well, I guess, are no longer walking in the flesh, and something ain't right. Like, he needs to speak up and he needs to tell the truth, because these people, whether you want to believe it or not, or whether you want to agree, these people who he worked with in the industry was actually influential people and important people. I mean, growing up, I loved Biggie Smalls, and also I loved Pac. Pac was talented just as much as Biggie. They made a lot of noise and they was making a movement happen, and next thing you know, before they hit 30, you know, they was taken off of this planet, and it just ain't right. So it's just crazy to me how P. Diddy had death, so much death around him, and he wasn't concerned about it, it seems. What's your thoughts? So here I am, pretty much almost done. I'm loving it. I love the color. I love the length. It's soft. It's lightweight. It's not heavy at all. Normally I do dip my braids. This time I'm not going to dip it. I just want to leave it looking like a blowout, because the style that I'm going for calls for such. And again, I'm almost done. Speaking about loyalty and friends and business and how people can throw you up under a bridge for money, have you ever had anybody in your life, or that you grew up with, or that you was close to, that you had to learn how to separate yourself from because they were the same way that they're showing this situation going on with P. Diddy? Like, either you was a female in love with a guy but he was abusive, or you were a friend with a guy and he was a narcissistic, and you had to find yourself separating yourself because of those reasons and personality traits, not just growing up or moving out of town, but now this woman's crazy, or no, this man is crazy. I had to, you know, be incognito for a while to get my life together to make sure I'm safe. Like, have you ever experienced anything like that? Because it's unfortunate that the situation with P. Diddy, other than Cassie was able to tell her side of the story that was alleged and actually continue with her life. The unfortunate thing about other people like Christopher Wallace, Biggie Smalls, and Tupac Shakur, they aren't here to tell their side of the stories and how they felt about things. So those that knew them, that are still alive, have to speak up for them. And y'all, I am done. It is complete. Again, this took me about 4.5 hours to complete from start to finish. I used 5 bags of Connect-A-Line braiding hair. I chose not to dip this hair to keep it full and luscious. It feels so good. I love braiding my hair. It just feels good and it's convenient for me and my humble lifestyle. That is so enchanted. Thank you guys for tuning in and checking your girl out. I have some pictures coming up that will show you some different styles that I did. And oh yes, I went ahead and did my little face for y'all. Did a little light makeup, a little light beat. Ooh, girl, she cute. And yeah, so here I am just playing in my hair. It feels so good. It's like braids are like an everyday massage. That's what I say. It's my go-to for every day. I love braids. So here I'm just gonna put up in some cute little hairstyles so you guys can see what you can do with this technique. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Who woman you with?
I'm my own woman. Cause I got all his love, baby. Don't try to take it to me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button below.